Emily goes swimming. One morning, Oliver and Paxton were sitting in two sidings next to one another. They were talking about the sea. I wish I could float over waters, said Paxton. Engines can't go sailing, said Oliver, because engines can't float. Paxton laughed. Oliver didn't think it was funny. It's not funny. It was a joke, you know that, laughed Paxton. Then Oliver joined in too. They both laughed at one another, and they began to enjoy themselves. Paxton was enjoying himself and was soon friends with Oliver. They didn't mind what they did. They'd tell jokes and laugh together. Just then, the drivers and firemen came to see them. Enough joking around, they said. It's time to go home. All right, said Oliver. And with that, Oliver and Paxton puffed away home. Later that night, Emily was at the yards when Oliver and Paxton arrived. They spoke to Emily. What would you do if you were a boat, said Oliver. I don't want to talk about it, said Emily. She wasn't in a good mood. What's wrong, Emily? Asked Paxton. I don't want to talk right now, grumbled Emily. Please leave me alone. I don't want to talk anymore. Her driver smiled. Come on, Emily, said her driver. It's time to go now. The slate trucks are ready. The guard blew his whistle and Emily puffed away. The slate trucks were ready to go to the quarry. Emily hurried along. She didn't know something dangerous will go on while she's there. Emily hurried along. She puffed along the line and went in a far cloud of steam. She puffed to the docks, and then something bad was happening. What's going on? She said. I can't see a thing. Neither could her driver. Suddenly, she didn't know that the tracks have sunk in the water. Emily didn't know that she was going to be in trouble by this. The rails were slippery. Her driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. The trucks sunk into the water and the slate was lost. And Emily was wet through. When the tide was high enough, Emily was craned out of the water. Engines don't go swimming, Emily, said the Fat Controller. You were meant to deliver the slate, not swim with them. Now the slate is lost. You should know that by now. Yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir, said Emily sadly. Just then, Paxton arrived to pick Emily up. Come on, Emily, he said. I'll pick you up straight away. Then you'll have a nice wash down. Emily didn't say a word. She pretended that she didn't hear him. And with that, Paxton puffed happily away with Emily, and Emily was having a wash down now. A few days later, Emily's coat of paint was gleaming and shining like the sun. Oliver and Paxton were impressed. You look splendid, Emily, said Paxton. I know I do, said Emily. Sorry I was snappy with you all last night, she said. I was a bit grumpy. And "And we're sorry we mithered you," said Oliver. "We didn't know you were grumpy." Emily smiled again. "I know you didn't," she said, and with that, the three engines were friends. And with that, Paxton and Emily make a pretty good team. They were both really useful engines. Paxton was the one who pulled Emily away from the high tide and took her to the washdown to get her sparkling dark green coat of paint shining like the sun. It was sparkling clean, and Emily was proud of it.